cook with Sinapom.
Hi everyone, how's it going? Sinapom's friend Mr. Purplehead caught a Red Sea bream. Isn't it strange how fish can be fooled by something like this? It's a lure called tiraba. Move it up and down in the sea, then fish will bite. The fish is immediately killed using the nerve-killing technique, and then bled. First let's clean and fillet the fish. And stay tuned to see what kind of dishes can be made from this one fish. Okay, let's go! Always start by removing the scales. This is a well-used spatula. We use this because the scales don't scatter. You'll insert the knife near the dorsal fin, so make sure to remove the scales here. Do the same on the other side. Wash away scales and dirt. Don't worry, there won't be any bleeding. Make an incision from the anus to the chin. Now, which one does it carry, soft roe or hard roe? It has soft roe, so it is a boy. Male and female Red Sea bream are clearly different in appearance. So the captain of the recreational fishing boat knew it was a boy. He's pulling out the soft roe. This is an edible part of the innards. Kitchen scissors are very helpful for processing fish. Cut the part where the jaw and gills are attached. Then you pull the gills, the innards will come out with them. This round white thing in the middle is the swim bladder. It's stuck on tightly, so you need to pull it hard. Use a brush to wash away the blood. Yeah, let's cut. He's very spirited. He said he caught the most fish on the boat. So he's still very happy about it. When filleting a fish, insert the knife just behind the pectoral fin and cut off the head. It's easier to cut if you aim for the joints between the bones. However, this sea bream was a very tough specimen and was difficult to cut. We'll eat the head and the collar, so don't throw them away. You can start anywhere. The first cut will be like a marker where to cut. Move the knife so that the knife goes just above the bone. Cut little by little until you reach the spine. The belly bones and the spine are joined here, so cut the belly bones. Again, the bones are hard, so use the scissors again. Normally, he cuts the bones with force, but he's doing it carefully. Again, scissors are definitely convenient. Done. If you cook the fish, you can leave the bones, but if you eat it as sashimi, you need to remove the belly bones. We'll eat this fillet as sashimi. There are some bones hidden along the red line, from the collar to the anus. Cut both sides of that bone area to remove the bones. You'll get the back meat and belly meat separated. No fighting, please. For sashimi, you'll remove the skin from the fillets. Grab the edge of the skin and insert the knife between the flesh and the skin. Hold the skin firmly and move the knife in small, quick motions. Removing the skin is the most difficult part of making sashimi. If it goes well, please give him a hand. Leaving the reddish pattern between the flesh and skin is the ideal finish. He says it works better to start skinning from the collar side. It might be easier to start from the tail for some people. So try it a few times, and you'll know which way works better for you. Well done. We'll cook the other fillet, so just remove the bones. We also eat the fish scraps, so he's cutting off the unnecessary parts. The head is thick, so it's easier to cook if you split it in half. And that completes the preparation part. Mr. Purplehead will cook this. Blanch the skin that was removed when making the sashimi blocks. First, he puts the piece of dried kombu in the water and brings it to a boil. Blanch the skin for about 30 seconds. Soak them in ice water to chill. Cut into bite-sized pieces. Okay, he'll eat the kombu too. Pour ponzu sauce over it, and it's done. If you simmer fish scraps without this preparation, scales and fishy smells will remain. You want to at least pour hot water over the scraps. There are still small scales and dirt on the head. If you let them swim like this, they're more likely to fall. The water has turned yellowish. You wouldn't want to simmer them with all that dirt, would you? First, add a little sake to the water and bring it to a boil over a slightly high heat. You can put the lid on or not. You'll remove the scum. Don't think that you can just drain the water and simmer them in fresh water. The broth has already been extracted from the bones, so you don't want to waste it. Sinapom does not have a convenient skimming tool. Once you've finished removing the scum, add the seasoning. Place a drop lid on top. It's made by cutting out parchment paper. Does it fit? Just the right size. The drop lid has two functions. It won't let the soup boil over. And the boiling soup circulates under the drop lid. You can cook with a small amount of broth. Approximately 5 minutes have passed since adding the sugar and mirin. Simmer for another 7 minutes.
Itadakimasu.
It's still day 1. Cooking for the second day will follow after this, so please stay tuned. Fish cheeks are delicious, aren't they?
Oishii.
Mr. Purplehead likes to eat eyeballs. He was born and raised in a seaside town, so he eats all kinds of seafood. Sinapom grew up in an inland industrial area. The soft roe is boiled in water with a little sake added. Once it boils again, boil for 2 minutes. Put them in ice water to chill. You can add your favorite condiments instead. Sinapom grows some vegetables hydroponically in her living room. It's convenient because you can take it whenever you want. And it's insect-free. Once the soft roe has cooled, take it out and wipe off the water. Cut into bite-sized pieces and serve. Pour ponzu sauce over it before you eat. Next, she'll cut the sashimi. She's trying to make decorations from the cucumber. It became a dish for wasabi. She'll make the standard garnish for sashimi called tsuma. Use a peeler designed for making tsuma. The blade tip looks like this. But this peeler isn't fine enough, so these pieces look very thick. To make tsuma crisp, soak them in water for a little while. Drain the water and place them on a plate. This tsuma is used as a base to arrange the sashimi in a three-dimensional way. Seaweed is often used as tsuma. Place the shiso leaves. They'll be under the sashimi. Which side should be on top when cutting, and which side should you start cutting from? This reddish side should be facing upwards when serving. And you want to pay attention to how the stripes will look when cut. Bream sashimi has a relatively firm texture, so slice it a little thinner. She'll cook the rest tomorrow. Regarding kombu, these are dried kelp called kombu in Japanese. Choose a type with a wide flat surface. Twisted pieces like this cannot be used for kombu curing. She'll use fine-grained salt, not coarse salt this time. Sprinkle this salt lightly all over. Cut the plastic wrap into a large piece. Then, sandwich the bream between the kombu sheets. I hear you. Fish isn't delicious only when it's fresh. Some fish taste better after some rest. You've probably heard of aged meat, right? Fish can also mature by being preserved clean. If handled properly, you can age sashimi for up to a month. The kelp dehydrates the fish, and the umami of the kelp permeates the fish. For this size of blocks, it would take 3 to 6 hours. For thinly sliced sashimi, 1 to 2 hours should be enough. You can leave it in the fridge for longer hours, a day or two. The kombu has absorbed moisture. Slice it thinly. Because it got firm. If you don't have kombu, it's still worth trying just the salting step. Lightly salt your sashimi block and leave it for a while. Then don't forget to wipe off the released moisture. The texture will be firmer. You'll make carpaccio sauce. Mix well to dissolve the salt. Mix well and it's done. There was one more dish today. These ribs and collars will be grilled with salt. Sprinkle salt all over them and let it sit for a while. Absorb the moisture that seeps out. Grill for about 10 minutes. Hidden inside the collar is a bone called tai no tai. There are quite a few people who collect these bones. This is the last dish. Once Bream provided dinner for 4 days. I guess aqua pazza is eaten in a lot of countries, isn't it? The recipe is simple, so we'll finish it all in this one frying pan. Now sautéing crushed garlic in olive oil. When using fish fillets, grill them with the skin side down. If the fillet is very fresh, the skin will shrink and the fillet will curl up. You'll need to press it down with a spatula to prevent it from curling up. These were fillets from the 4th day, right? They don't seem to be curling up much. It tastes better if you sear the skin side well. My bad, Sinapom made cuts in the skin to prevent it from shrinking. If you don't make cuts in the skin, it will shrink and tear. It's the same when cooking a whole fish. This time we're using cherry tomatoes, shimeji mushrooms, broccoli, and red bell pepper. Finally, add the clams. Put the cover on and simmer. It's done when all the clams have opened. We hope this video is of some help. Thank you very much for watching. We hope to see you in the next video.